Let's just get this crap over with. Released in 2019, this CGI animated film brings the Addams family into the 21st century, specifically to New Jersey. In this film, Pugsley is preparing for an Addams family tradition, the mazurka. But seeing his methods, Gomez isn't sure if Pugsley will be able to stick to the traditions like he's supposed to. As he's in a rush to get Pugsley up to speed before the extended Addams family arrives, a different story plot enters in that takes up majority of the whole film. Wednesday's curiosity to what's outside the gates of their home has the Addams family taking a trip down to a colorful, happy community. They meet a woman named Mrs. Beatty, whose ultimate goal is to prove to everyone that the barn animals can talk. I'm sorry, the character's actual name is Margot Nedler. I get her confused with Mrs. Beatty from Back of the Barnyard. So, that's on me. They meet a woman named Margot Nedler, who's responsible for all the home sales in the community. However, when she notices the Addams' different-looking haunted mansion on top of the hill, she devises a plan to get rid of the Addams and their haunted ways so they don't interfere with her sales. Well, at least in this adaptation, the family has their pet lion. I paid money to see this in theaters, because I really liked the first two films. I enjoyed talking about Addams Family values yesterday. I liked that film. I enjoyed the discussion. So I guess it's only fair I talk about the animated adaptation that just came out. I went into this film thinking, okay, the animation looks kind of crap, but maybe it'll have some good value to it. And I laughed twice, maybe. Only two jokes really stuck out to me. In the beginning, you have Uncle Fester, Morticia, and Gomez. They're climbing a mountain, and Fester's like, oh, I think I can see my house from here. Oh, wait, no, that's a woman's asylum. Which, alright, you got me there. One point, there's also a bit where Thing was on the computer and he was looking up feet. I don't think I need to go into detail on why that's pretty funny. You know how I said that the actors who played the Addams family in the live-action films, they've kind of imprinted themselves into my brain? You know, when it comes to thinking of the Addams family or talking about them, they're the ones that are instantly going to come into my brain because they do their jobs as playing these characters so well. It definitely stuck when watching this film. If you can't tell yet, I didn't enjoy this film. Character designs were really weird. You have characters who are supposed to be normal people, like normal children, normal individuals, and some of them just look off. There's a character, Parker, who's the child of Margot, who's the main villain of the film, and I swear she looks like something out of that Nickelodeon show Mr. Meaty. You know what that is? Does anybody know what Mr. Meaty is? It was a actually really unique Nicktoon. It wasn't a cartoon, it was a puppet show. I have vivid memories of it. It was okay, it wasn't the best show, but boy do some of the characters in this film look like animated versions of those puppets. I made a joke earlier that Margot looks like Mrs. Beatty from Back in the Barnyard, and I know some of you might not see the resemblance, and even kind of looking at photos, yeah, it's not really a good joke, but whenever I think of her, I see Mrs. Beatty in my head, and I guess it's because of the designs of the characters. I don't know. This film wasn't fun to sit through. One thing that really aggravates me with this film is the use of technology. I really am starting to not like how, especially in children films, how they interpret society now, that everybody lives on their phone, that everybody believes what they read on their phone, that this is life, that we need to have phones in our life or else we can't socialize. People are not like that in real life. Yes, technology has kind of impacted everybody's life. Yes, everybody does have a phone in some way. And yes, it's a children's film. You want to reach out to the young audience and seem relevant and cool towards them. That doesn't work all the time. In fact, it's actually kind of hard to watch most of the time. That one character, Parker, she, like, annoys the hell out of me with her constant live streaming. I know it kind of saves the day in the end because it reveals what kind of person her mom really is, but I don't know, there's just something about her whole character, how she's a live streamer. Like, does anybody care about your live streams? Like, is this the world we're living in? Yes, it is. It is the world we're living in. That's the sad thing. That this is life. This is how people live. There's a bit where Lurch is playing random songs. Like, he plays It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, which I felt was a little odd. That's something else about the film that just doesn't sit right with me. I feel like, because I only have the other two Addams Family films going off this, but I feel like everybody was kind of out of character a little. I think it's because I've seen those two films so many times that those are the impressions that I have with these characters. But the one who was really out of character was Wednesday in this film, and I'm lucky that I wasn't the only one who thought that was crazy, because I spoke with a friend about this after I saw it. She's a big Addams Family fan, and even she was like, what the hell, why? She would never do the stuff that she did in this film. So it's like, I don't know what the people behind the scenes were thinking when they put Wednesday through these things, because, in my head, I know who Wednesday is based off the two films that I've seen. She's murder hungry. She loves playing games with Pugsley where she would kill him, and we kind of see a little of that. But Wednesday grows a fascination in this film for the outside world. She wants to go to a normal school with normal people. She started dressing up in pink clothing. She had a unicorn hair thingy. What is it, a brunette? I don't think that's what it's called, but you get a hair piece. Unicorn hair piece in Wednesday's hair. At one point she runs away. She wants to live with Parker. Interestingly enough, Parker grew very gothic because of hanging out with Wednesday. She brought out her goth and dark side. But Wednesday goes to be with Parker. She doesn't want to be with her family anymore because she wants to try something different. And her mom's like, you're not being dull and goth enough. It's like, this isn't you. And it's like, yeah, this is not this character. This is not the Wednesday that I know. The Wednesday I know would basically traumatize everybody at a school play by shooting blood out of herself, whether it is real or fake. She would also terrorize people in a performance of the first Thanksgiving. What the hell, people who made this film? What were you thinking? So I've touched upon every bit of the film that kind of bugged me a little in regards to characters and the design and a little of the life that's around them with technology. And just, I don't even want to go into the story. How does Pugsley's tradition thing go? It goes bad. And there's one bit where they're all in danger because they might die because this Margot character is trying to get rid of all of them and kill them, I guess. I guess that's the extent that she's taking it. They all seem really scared as well when it seems like they're all going to perish and die, which begs the question of what their logic is again. I thought they liked death. With all that stuff said out of my mouth, the last thing I'd like to touch upon is Snoop Dogg. Because he was in this film. Did you know that? So Snoop Dogg had something to do with the end song. They did the Addams Family theme song at the end of the movie. That's also one little thing that I found pretty cool. They kind of did a frame-by-frame animation of the original theme song of the series. But then it did transition into a rap-ish remix. And Snoop Dogg had a hand in that little music piece. He kind of performed it a little. But that's not his only contribution to the film. He also plays the character Cousin It. Though you would never know he's Cousin It, because it doesn't sound like Snoop Dogg. They completely disguised his voice. They made him unrecognizable. I didn't even know Snoop Dogg was in this film until I saw the credits. Cousin It wasn't even in that many scenes. He had like 4 scenes, and they were really short. Something tells me that Snoop Dogg was approached to do the song for the movie. But in order for him to do the song, he had to have a role in the film. And I have a pretty good idea how that whole scenario went down, but I'm not going to just speak about it. I want to be a little creative and put on a little show demonstrating how I think it happened. So now please direct your attention to my two hand puppet friends. I bought these eyes at the dollar store in their Halloween section. I think they're a bit festive because they're orange and purple. This is the director of the movie. This is Snoop Dogg or any one of his representatives. Hey there! We're doing an Addams Family reboot film, and we would love for you to remix the classic Addams Family theme song to play at the end of the film. Oh, sure. Can I have a role in the movie, though? We would like you to do the song, if that's okay. I would like to have a role in the film. You will not get me. I will not do the song if you do not put me in the film. That is what I'm asking. Ha. Hey, Jerry. Yeah? Snoop Dogg won't do it unless he has a role in the film. Is there a role we can give him? I'm not sure. Let me check. No, we're all full. Sorry, man. We're all... Wait a minute. Yeah? He could play Cousin It. You want to play Cousin It? Does he have lines? Does he have lines? He makes noises. We'll just alter his voice. I don't think he'll do it if we tell him that. Just say we'll give him lines. We don't have to tell him that we'll alter his voice. Yes, he has lines. You got yourself a deal, young man. Yeah, this movie sucks. I bet there are some people that really enjoyed this film. I wasn't one of them. Maybe you will. So if you want to see this film, knock yourself out, but I wouldn't recommend you checking it out. There are two better films that you will find more enjoyment out of. Rating time! I didn't plan on doing this, but I guess I should only because it makes sense. I've seen 3 of these Addams Family films. What's the order? Do I even need to say it? What is it? We got in last place, we have the 2019 Addams Family film. In second place, we have the first Addams Family film. And in first place, we have Addams Family Values. I know it's a bit shocking. I like the second one a bit more than the first one. You know, the first movies are the original ones. The second ones are always just a continuation. And they're always a hit or miss. But I really like the second one. I definitely recommend the live-action films. Stay away from the animated one, please. Well, with that said, that brings us to the end of the discussion about anything Addams Family related. Hopefully you've enjoyed my Addams Family discussions. We're going to move swiftly along tomorrow, talking about something that isn't Addams Family related. Anyway, come back tomorrow for another film discussion. Thanks for watching The Wild Review on The Wild Reviewer, and you just saw me review a thing.